Hey guys, it's Drea. Today I have a wish list video for you. This is in collaboration with Yori. I hope I'm saying that right because she has an accent and I can't quite get it. Yori from PersonalBeautyLab. She's fantastic. If you don't know her, she has a really great channel where she does such good reviews. In fact, one of her reviews actually got me to kind of change up what I was going to do here today. But anyways, I really love her. She puts so much thought into her videos and the content that she puts out. So we have decided to do a wish list collaboration video today. I think this is really fun because I personally am on a low buy, so it's kind of more fun to talk about buying makeup when you're on a low buy, because you know, sometimes you can't get it or can't purchase it or are trying not to. So we're doing a wish list video. This is basically, if I had $200 in my hand today to go spend at Sephora, what would I buy with it? So make sure that you go check out Yori's video on her channel. I will have it listed in the description bar below. So go over there, subscribe to her, tell her that you came from my channel. And if you were coming from her channel, welcome. So I got this down to $213. I could delete one or two things off of here still that are kind of on the very lower price range and get it down to 200, but I really want everything that's on this list. So we'll just go through it. So the first thing is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Radiant Concealer. This is a brand new concealer from Estee Lauder. There's a bunch of new concealers out. One of the ones I really want to try is the Naked Skin one from Urban Decay, that new one. And I had that one and the Estee Lauder one in my cart, and I was really kind of like trying to decide between the two of them. Ultimately, I love a hydrating concealer. The only dry part of my face is right underneath my eyes. So anything that is hydrating, radiant is really something that I gravitate towards when it comes to concealers. Not with foundations, as we know, but with concealers. And even though I really want to try the Naked Skin one, it really talked about being full coverage and matte. And between the two, this one just sounds like really up my alley. So this concealer is $37 Canadian. If I were to get it, it would be in the shade 2N Light Medium. When I had Estee Lauder concealer before, and it was my holy grail for a long time, the original Double Wear concealer, I had 1C, and that was very light, and that I don't think is my shade, especially in the summertime. I am actually, so even though this is like a wish list, I am actually considering getting this concealer. I am on a lipstick no buy. So I was kind of like waffling whether I should put a lipstick in this wish list or not, because technically like I'm not supposed to buy lipstick. But I have said with any gift cards or points redemptions that I have no rules, and I don't know, where would I get $200 to buy makeup from? Certainly wouldn't be coming out of my bank account right now, so I assume it would be a gift card. So I've allowed myself to add one lipstick to this wish list. And MAC just released these Love Me lipsticks. First of all, the packaging is so pretty. I really love this kind of black to the color of the lipstick ombre that it has going on. So there's some that are like peach and some that are red and some that are pink, and I just love the way the lipstick tube looks. It's so pretty. Of course, I love MAC lipstick. Like, the formula is so good. And when these first released, I really liked the kind of array of nudes that they offered, and you know me, I am a peachy nude lover. So out of all of these, and I'm glad that they had like swatches on Sephora, I chose French Silk, which is described as a light pinky nude, although in the picture it looks much peachier than pink. So like in the swatch picture, that's the one that I would gravitate towards trying first out of all of these. Of course, I'm not actually gonna buy it unless a gift card comes my way, but it's something that is like something I would buy if I wasn't on a low buy. The next thing in my list of wish list is this highlight, and this has been on my wish list for a long time. Actually, I've been actually thinking about buying this and I can't get it out of my head, and I might get it, I might not. This is the Melt Cosmetics Digital Dust Highlight in the color Genesis. Now, I first saw this on Tarababyz channel. You know, she makes me buy so many things. I should do one of those YouTuber made me buy it videos. It's just like everything Tarababyz made me buy, because it would be so much. But anyways, this is a highlight. However, this shade is like this pinky, golden peachy pink. And I remember when I saw her swatching it, I remember thinking that would be a beautiful blush. Like, it's not going to be a highlight on a lot of people, and it definitely will be for some skin tones. But for me personally, I have a feeling that this would be much more of just like a very glowy blush, and it's been on my mind. It's $51 Canadian, which is a lot. I love the actual powder, how it has the embossing in it. You know, I always get drawn to that. And I've never tried Milk Cosmetics face products yet, so that's another reason that it would be on my list. Ultimately, I did buy a blush this quarter, and I'm only allowed to buy one. So in real life, I wouldn't be buying this now until like maybe next quarter. It might still be on my list to buy. Even though it is a highlight, for me it would be a blush, so I have to be honest with myself, and I've already purchased a blush. But it's so pretty, and if I had like $200 out of nowhere, I would probably buy it. Okay, the next thing is something very, very low price. This is the Ordinary Caffeine Solution 5% and EGCG. This is a concentrated serum to help with eye pigmentation. I guess it could work for any pigmentation, but caffeine has, I guess, been tested to like diminish hyperpigmentation in skin. I'm almost at the end of a caffeine eye cream that I've been using, and I don't really think that it's made that much of a difference. So I don't know if it's just the fact that the caffeine isn't making a difference or that product. So I'd be willing to try another product with caffeine to see if it would actually change my dark circles at all. Now, we all know dark circles can be one of two things. It can be like because you're tired or irritated eyes, or it can be hereditary. Mine are hereditary. I don't think that anything is really going to help them because it is hereditary hyperpigmentation, but you never know. And this is only $6.70. So it's something that I would like to eventually try. Okay, next thing on this list, this is a pretty new release, and when this first came out, I immediately added it to my Sephora Loves list, and I feel like I will try this down the road, probably when I need a new sunscreen. This is, I don't know if this is considered a sunscreen or if this is considered a primer, because this is from Murad. It's the Oil and Pore Control Mattifier Broad Spectrum SPF 45. It is described as a moisturizer, so there can be mattifying moisturizers. I've been using one from Paula's Choice for years, the Youth Extending Hydrating Mattifying Moisturizer. It's actually changed names, so I'm not sure of the exact one, but I love that. It's so good for oily skin. Oily skin girls still need moisturizing, but we also want to be mattified. It's like this like yin and yang thing. It also has SPF 45, which is great. Like, I love to have the highest SPFs possible. 40, 45, 50 are always like my go-to. 30, even though is pretty standard, is not high enough for me. So all those things combined, I just love the idea of this. And $55 for a moisturizer is not really that high in terms of cost for 1.7 fluid ounces, which is a pretty standard amount of product. The next thing is a Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pot. You guys know I love the Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pots. They are so beautiful. The colors are so gorgeous. They are so shiny and stunning, and I have a couple of them. But this one, so they released 3 new colors recently. There's kind of like a pinky one, there's kind of like a peachy gold one, and there's a purple one. There are no swatches on Sephora's website for those ones, which is weird. There is just a picture of them on the website. It's really hard for me to choose without seeing swatches, because the color Wild at Heart looks very, very pink in the pot here, but then it looks very icy in this picture. And then the color Paradise Found looks very golden here, but in the picture is what I'm actually kind of gravitating towards, which is more of like a champagne-y peach. And I wish that I have seen these in store, but I haven't. But I'm really drawn to this Paradise Found shade. So the picture here just looks like this beautiful kind of peachy pink shade. And of course I had to have eyeshadow on this list. One of the things that I actually culled from this list is the Natasha Denona Coral palette. That's something when I first saw it, like pictures of it, I was like, yes, that looks so good. Like the swatches look so beautiful. I really, really want that. It's been on my mind a lot. And when I went over to Yori's channel, she had a review of it up. It's like one of her most recent videos. And the first thing she did in that review was compare it to the Sunrise palette. And I was like, oh, they're pretty similar. Like a lot of the colors are pretty darn similar. And the cost differential is like not very much. You can get like a whole palette for like $20 more, or you can get 5 shades in this coral palette. If they had made the coral palette a mini, that would have been like the best, the sweet spot, but it is one of the full 5-pan palettes, which is like 63 bucks. So anyways, I took that off of my list and I was like, yeah, I still want to put some eyeshadow on this list, and those chrome paint shadows have been in my loves list for a while. So the one eyeshadow that I picked to add to this list is that one. Okay, and the very last thing on here, and this does take me a little bit over the 200, like I said, it's $213 total. This is a $12 item, so I could technically delete it and still have $200. But I wanted to try this for a long time, and so it still is on a wish list. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel. The mini is available for $12. I would get the shade Soft Brown. I don't know why I haven't tried it yet. Probably because I have lots of brow products that I'm trying to work my way through. But I like the idea of a very pigmented brow gel. I don't know if it would work for me because my eyebrows are so sparse that I feel like I really do need to like draw the lines in. Whereas a lot of people have thicker brows and they can just add a little bit of color to their brows and just touch it up here and there, and it looks really good. So I don't know if this dip brow gel would work for me or not. It might just look weird, like hanging on to my sparse brows. So I don't know, but you know, I'm willing to try it in mini form because I don't have to pay 30 bucks for it. I could pay 12 and give it a shot, maybe. So that's why I wanted to leave that on this list. But I do believe that is everything. There are a couple things here that I'm seriously considering purchasing, so who knows if you'll see them in my upcoming monthly haul or not. But that is it for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to go over to PersonalBeautyLab and check her out. I think you guys will really love her, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. I hope that you're speaking kindly to yourself, especially when you look in the mirror. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.